what's your stance on animal abuse?
I mean, obviously, definitely against it. I take animals very seriously. I was even vegan. We were both were vegan for a couple years. Um, yeah, so definitely against it.
So you eat animals now? You abuse animals when you just said that you're against animal abuse?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it's definitely something I'm not proud of. Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, especially if you live in the city. It's like what's accessible to you.
Do you think you say it's hard? Do you think it's harder for you or for the victim?
Um, I mean, obviously everyone has feelings. I feel bad for them. It's very sad, but you know, unfortunately, that's just how it is. Like, and you grow up eating it, so you kind of just habits that you stick with.
Do you think animals are an it or them? Like, are they? I just said they. I didn't refer to them as it.
I didn't say
Like, do you
it
think
either.
they're capable of like, are they worth living? Like, just leaving them alone and
Of course.
let them live?
Yeah, of course.
So you say that you agree, you also agree, but then you're contradicting yourself when you
Yeah,
say you're
but
not
everybody
vegan now.
contradicts themselves sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I think
We're
it's
all
definitely
hypocrites.
something like to be conscious of, and just try your best. I think for a while after I stopped being vegan, I it weighed heavy on my mind. But I kind of just got into that same old habit again. It's definitely not something that I don't ever want to go back to again. Yeah, but I don't. I think I'm trying not to let it like make me feel really shitty, because it does. Yeah, I'd rather like be still trying to get back to where I was, instead of just feeling really shitty.
I don't know. I'm like
I
content
mean, it's
because when I was
both.
So
vegan,
if you think you feel shitty, what does that mean for you? Like, why are you feeling shitty about something that you are back to contributing to all that oppression?
I mean, that's kind of the answer to it. It's something. It's not something that I like. I'm proud to have gone back to, or something that I intend on doing again for the rest of my life.
do you do
Wait,
anything to
wait.
stop?
You said that you don't intend to go back to that, to not abuse
Like
animals.
for the rest of my life, it's definitely something I want to work towards getting back to. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What is being vegan?
Just not contributing to any
Just not
animal
eating any
abuse.
animal
Yeah.
products. It's not. I mean, it doesn't
Um,
make you. I mean, it's still just one person not eating. I mean, really. I mean, what else can you do? I think there's other things you can do to not contribute to animal abuse
yeah. I mean,
in
I
other
think it
ways.
has. It's the what purpose you're doing it for, whether it's for the animals or for the environment, or I mean, I think it should be about everything, but unfortunately, not everybody believes it should be about everything. They kind of do it whether for diet reasons or environmental reasons.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you because everything that you just talked about is not even about veganism. You're actually talking about plant-based diet, and being vegan is not a diet. It's about being against animal abuse, exploitation, rape, murder, enslavement, captivity, beheading
I
their
understand
heads,
that. I'm
and
saying for other people, being vegan is like that's what their idea of being vegan. For me, it was about the animals, but that's what I'm saying. Like not everybody sees vegan as like being something just about the animals. But yeah.
But that's the thing. Like being vegan is only about the animals because it's an animal rights movement. This is the only animal rights movement that you can actually get animal rights for them. And when we think about them, the animals, the victims, um, or when we don't think about the victims, we'll only see being vegan as if it was only a diet. But then that only benefits us, and even if we're not eating like those animals that we don't eat, we're still abusing them in other ways. And like, veganism is about animal liberation. How do you suggest we liberate all animals with just a diet?
I mean, it's obviously deeper than that. I mean, what do you do to liberate animals besides not eating them?
Well, I don't wear them. I don't ride them. Wear them, I mean, like, I don't wear cow flesh. Leather is a product. I don't. I think people wear like the cow skin, but they call the cow skin leather. But they don't wear the animal because they want to wear the cow skin. They wear it because I don't know. They like it or like.
That's how the shoe is made, and they're not thinking about how the shoe was formed. They're just looking at the product.
So
In the
it's like
supermarket.
we can make the same product without an animal skin. Like we wouldn't really, um, when we look at the victim, and instead of looking at ourselves as like doing a diet, um, it's not, it's not, it's not doing any justice to the animals. Like um, when we say that we were once against animal abuse, would you say the same thing like you are anti-rapist and then you're back to being for rapist for raping someone?
No,
No, not at all.
it's not that.
So what makes it different that you'd be always against rape but not always against animal abuse and you'll be fine going back to abusing animals when you know you said that you think you feel like shitty or you don't want to feel shitty, but what can you do to actually don't feel like you don't have to be participant in this animal holocaust?
I mean, for me, it's just more of like I just don't have. I work a lot, so I don't have the time to really cook, and I really rely on eating my meals like during work, which they don't have a lot of vegan options or really any at all. It's a seafood place. Um, so I think you know that's my where I you know fall back on where. But when I do eat at home, I do try to pick like snacks. We have vegan pretzels in the.
We're sometime
Yeah,
Italians.
we do
Like, I try not
think
to,
about
like,
it.
but
It's just hard what you have access to, and I know that's like still not an excuse, but sometimes it's just.
So would you accept an excuse like that similar with yeah, I don't rape women or any human being, but yeah, sometimes I have the option to rape someone and I actually do
I mean,
partake
like,
in that.
is this like just trying to like make us like feel bad or something, or like?
I cannot
I
make you
mean,
feel I cannot make you feel
no, I don't
anything.
feel bad. I'm just
If you
saying
feel
that
if
like
you feel
the.
bad, it's your conscience.
No, I don't. I'm just asking because I just feel like you're like bringing up the rape thing, like you're trying to make us.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
well, if you don't know about it,
Because you just like came up to us while we were like laying
yeah,
down.
yeah.
And you know.
So I mentioned the reality. Maybe you haven't seen it, or you like if you may think that you don't want to see it, you're like saying, like ignoring the
Well, no, I'm
reality
not
and
ignorant to it. Like, I'm aware.
I mean, I
It's
think
just
So when I mentioned that animals are raped, that's what literally happens. Were you unaware, or
I mean,
like
I
was
don't
I
eat beef. I
lying?
really only eat chicken and fish. Like, so, yeah.
Can I tell you a very interesting fact about
I
what
mean,
you
I
just
know.
said?
Sure.
So you eat the two species that are most suppressed in history in the world.
Really? I don't know. I just came from Kauai, and all the chickens like are everywhere, and they just like coexist with all like the stray cats and stuff. And it's just they have no natural predators there. So I mean, I think it just depends where you are. Like, I'm not saying like obviously it's sad for the animal, but like this
Um,
is life.
you often you said that you think that you don't have many options, or like you actually do, but does the animal have any options whatsoever?
I mean, it's not fair to say that we have that many options. You really don't know that. Like,
Compared to the animals, they have zero options. We have having one option is more than zero.
no, like, I'm
What do you
sorry.
think about that?
I
What was
mean,
the question?
listen, I
I'm like
we
exhausted right
definitely
now.
support your
Cause, yeah,
cause, and
100%.
it's not something that we're just not thinking about at all.
Yeah, it's not that I'm ignorant to it or whatever.
But
I'm
yeah,
aware.
I mean, like I said, there's no excuse for it, but it's just there is excuses, you know, but there's no excuse. It
How do we
doesn't
justify
justify
that
it.
excuse?
It doesn't. I mean, I don't have, and I agree with you. I can't, deny anything. I'm not arguing with you.
So, when you say that you support the cause, can you really support a cause when you are actually
To
being?
an extent, if you let me, like,
Would you say the same thing to someone that's trying to get someone else to stop abusing a human? Would you take the same stance?
abusing what? No.
I mean, but
Like,
Why is it different
understand
that?
saying
what
over
you're
and over
saying.
again.
We
Yeah, because we
understand
have
what
to.
you're saying.
Yeah.
We're not against it. We're not arguing with you. We do the best that we can, and I don't think that it should take away from, you know, the fact that we do try, at least try. Um,
So maybe to you it seems like maybe not enough, but to the animal's point of view, not my point of view, not yours point of view, but to the animal's point of view, it's not enough. And I know that you're like about to leave. Can I recommend you a documentary that you can watch on YouTube?
Sure, sure.
So you can go on YouTube. It's called Dominion. Or if you can't find it, because I've sometimes tried to write it and I don't know why it doesn't show up, but you can write
What's it
watchdominion.com.
called?
Watchdominion.com. You can type it on online,
Okay.
like just Google
Thank
it.
you.
And uh, since you're saying you're against animal abuse and you partake in animal abuse, doesn't that make you like you're not you're not consistent with your values?
yeah, I agree. I can't argue with you,
Nobody's perfect.
but like I said, I rely on the food that they make at work for the employees most of the time because I don't have money to buy food and I don't really have time to cook either because I'm at work a lot.
So
But I do the best I can.
so there's if you need help with that, there's actually a site also. You can go on VEGANUARY. That's veganuary.com. They'll give you recipes. They'll give you documentaries to watch, and yeah, until the day you're not vegan, animals are gonna be oppressed. I'm sorry to say it again, but that's the truth. They're gonna be raped, murdered, enslaved, captivated, tortured, beheaded, decapitated. It's the same thing basically. But yeah, on our behalf, on your behalf. Any last thoughts?
No. Conclusion.
In conclusion, until the day you're vegan, you're supporting animal abuse. You're paying for it.
Can't argue with that.
You think you're gonna think about that and watch the documentary and maybe stop abusing animals?
Of course,
See it with the perspective of the animal, not of ourselves. Because when you think about the victim, it's very easy. When we think about ourselves, we're thinking about us and we're thinking it's harder. But for the victim, it's even harder than for us. So when we think about the victim, it's just easy to just not support it. And we can buy something else. They don't have a second life. We do have options. They don't. They have zero.
Okay, our cap's here.
Yeah. Thank you for the conversation.